Now scream queen with a million smiles. Catching all the love from around the world. Whoa. Hey Shelly, won't you shine your light? Shine your light in the darkest times. You make it bright, Live stream dreams, we're all by your side, by your side. Keep on doing what you do, girl. You're one of a kind, one of a kind. Shelly, Shelly, you're our live stream star. Keep rocking your show, no matter where you are.
Hey, Shelly from the block. Jersey girl with a mouth that won't stop, no. Sassy, and I'm not afraid to show it. Gonna spill the tea, you better be ready for it. I speak my mind, no filter inside. Shelly's in the house, talking trash and truth. No sugar-coated blues. Melody, then get out the way. Jersey girl with something to say. Shelly's in the house, time to break the rules. From halls to the city, I'm the queen of cool. You can handle the heat, then take the high. Shelly's in the house, drop the mic.
Hey, Shelly in the house tonight. Living it up, feeling so right. Yeah. New Jersey girl, she's got that style. Live stream queen with a million smiles. And she know the love from around the world. Hey Shelly, won't you shine your light? It's time to make it right. Live stream dreams, we're the wayside. You know you're one of a kind. Shelly, you're a live stream star. Keep rocking the show no matter where you are. Yeah.
Good morning, my lovies. It is 10:13 a.m. on June 12th, 2025. I am Shelly, your mouthy mama at Talking Trash and Truths. And today is a happy Thursday. Coming to you from South Central Pennsylvania. It is a beautiful sunny day. It is crisp. It is clear. It's going to be humid, unfortunately. And we are still dealing with some poor air quality from those Canadian wildfires. I hope everybody out there is not suffering. I hope my Canadian friends are doing well. My favorite Canucks are out there. And I just thought I'd do a quick stream this morning since everybody appears to still be sleeping and I am wide awake. So, how's everybody doing out there? Let's see. We got first jumping in was Vice Baby. Good M, honey. How are you? How's my Vicey doing today? And Heidi, we got Heidi jumping in. Good M, y'all. Vice said, hope you're having a great week so far, Miss Shelley. I am. We got Lady Awesome jumping in, saying, hell yeah. I figured out of everybody, her and Heidi would probably be the most pumped. She said, I'm so super pumped for this. I want to hear everything, Shelley. That's awesome. Thank you for showing up, honey. I do show up just for the few of you. But no, I wanted to talk because a lot has been going on, and it's just a lot of changes. I'm not real good with changes, and I'm probably gonna get emotional because y'all are all I have to talk to. I can talk till I'm blue in the face around here, but it doesn't seem to land. Hey, Judge Maddie, good M to you. Hope you're having a lovely day. Not used to seeing you in the daylight. Oh my goodness. Usually you're a nighttime thing. Anyway, this week, y'all know, I don't know if you listened last week, but things have been turbulent around here. And last week they started to even out a little bit. Connor's, been in a decent mood. Don't know how long that'll last. My mother's husband's decent mood. Don't know how long that'll last. Um, my mother's been very sick. She was in the hospital. Of course, she signed herself out of the hospital and immediately went um, on a trail to ride her bike for 6 miles because that's what you do when you have respiratory issues because she's insane, obviously. But that's okay. Whatever makes her happy. It dawned on me that, my time with her is really limited. I'm trying to be as good to her as I can be, trying to be there for anything she needs. And I kind of feel like I'm getting taken advantage of. It's almost your bedtime, Maddie. Oh, I remember those days. I miss those days. Staying up all night and sleeping all day. That was fun. That fit my personal clock a lot better than this sleeping at nighttime bullshit. Um, because then I have the whole day to do things and I have nothing to do because I have no energy to do it. But changes are happening. Some of the changes are I lost a little bit of weight from the stress of my mother and everybody being crazy. Because I couldn't eat. I couldn't digest my food. I had no appetite because I just couldn't see the point. And I'm still at that point. I just don't I just don't want to. Like I look at food and I'm like, what's the point? Uh, Chili pat on the back for being a good daughter. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm a good daughter, but several changes have happened because she has COPD. She won't admit it. No matter how many times the doctors write it down, tell her, no matter how many test results I print out and go, here, look, read it. Read what I wrote for you. Look at it. It's right here. I interpreted all these medical things for you. God damn it. She don't listen. But she's not allowed to smoke because, she scared the hell out of all of us. And so I, in solidarity with my mother and at the behest of my son, uh, gave up cigarettes. So now I sit here and I vape this nicotine crap, which is not the same, but it's getting me through. So, I mean, I'm over that 1.5 week hump, and I had gotten really, really bitchy around day 10. So I decided to add something else to my list. Because when you're trying to change one thing, it helps if you change multiple so that you have, all the different balls up in the air. No pun intended. Um, but I can do things better when I'm juggling more than one thing. So not only did I change, like, the going out, walking around, and all that, and the not smoking, I decided for the first time in many, 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 many years that I was going to drive. Now, I told my son last week, and he was like, I said, next week I'm going to take the car out. Because, we have my mother's car and her husband's truck. I'm not driving that truck. It's way too expensive, way too big, and I'm not touching something that don't really belong to me, even by proxy. If it's my mother's, I feel like it's kind of, I'm closer to the ownership of it because it's my mother. But I won't touch his truck. I never would. Um, so I told my son, I said, some point next week, I'm going to take that car out. I was like, even if I just get behind the wheel and go around the block, or even if I just get behind the wheel, turn it on and sit in the driveway for a little bit, like that's going to be a first step for me. And he was like, yeah. Because he's like, oh, we never get to go anywhere. Because we don't. They leave us home like we're poor relations. Um, like we're not even part of this fucking family, but whatever. It's neither here nor there. Um, and on, I believe it was Tuesday. Was it Tuesday? Yeah, it was Tuesday. My mother put the keys to her car on the kitchen table, and that was all she wrote for me. Uh, I had told her on Monday, I was like, I really want to try to like start the car, do a whole bunch of stuff, whatever. And I need you to fucking stop leaving with the keys in your bag. You don't use the car, it just sits there. You can't drive anywhere. Just leave the keys where I can get them in case I want to take it out. You keep telling me take the car out. The last time I drove was in the dark with no electronics, um, because my mother's car caught on fire and we were stuck in a thunderstorm. Connor was about 7. He's now 18. So the last time I truly drove, about a decade. Um, I haven't had an opportunity. Like all my friends drove, they were all had their own cars, and I lived in Hoboken. Everywhere I had to go, I took an Uber. So what was the point? Like I didn't own a car. I haven't owned a car since 2006. Um, which 2006 would be the last time that I like just got in a car and just drove off and just did whatever the fuck I wanted to do. So it's been a long time. And I was nervous and I was in my head. Now, here's what I want to tell you guys about being in your head. And I know there are certain people out there who live in their heads and it fucks them up because it fucks me up. In my head, I could see me turning the car on and putting it in drive instead of reverse, driving through the garage. I could see myself backing out of the driveway and not being able to control how fast I got into the road, either getting hit by a car or driving into a ditch or whatever. I'm imagining all these horrible scenarios that are keeping me from trying. Now, did any of these scenarios happen? No. No. None of them happened. Did they come even remotely close to happening? No. Not one of them. But yet I worried for months and years and everything that I was going to get behind the wheel of a car and it was going to be instant accident and everybody's going to die and whatever. Because that's where my brain took me. Yet Tuesday, after I had told her on Monday, you got to leave the keys somewhere. Like, if you really mean this, like, leave the fucking keys somewhere. Hey, nerd, what's up? Last said, damn, that's big city living. Big city people usually don't drive much. There's no need. Exactly, because all I'd have to do is call an Uber or get on a bus or walk there. You know, like, I can't do that here. Last said, you got me thinking I should give up cigarettes too, but now that I hear you still have nicotine, I'm going to keep my people repellent. Girl, I still have the nicotine. I just don't have the tar. I don't have like the smell. I don't have any of that stuff. So, I mean, it's nice because I don't have to, like constantly buy them, constantly empty ashtrays, constantly like worry about did I put the cigarette out? Is something going to catch on fire? Where's my lighter? Where's that? I take the vape, I stick it in my bra and I go wherever. And occasionally I pull it out and take a puff and I'm not cranky. I was getting cranky, but I'm not cranky. But I can breathe a lot better. Unfortunately, right now it's really, really humid out. So I have this weird back drip thing going on. So I keep losing my breath, but that's because of the air quality, not because of my switch to vaping. But Mouthy Mama on the road. Yes, I was on the road. Snipperoonie. How you doing, honey? Last said, good for you anyway, even if you're vaping instead. I try not to vape too much, but it's really like, I don't know, it tastes so sweet. I could see why they say it's like addictive for the younger ones. Because like right now, all I taste is banana. And that might actually be one of the things keeping me from eating because now my vape tastes like food. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, it feels almost like I'm eating, but I'm not. We have friggin' Canadian smoke in the air here. The air sucks. Yep, same here. Same here. We keep getting the alerts that it's poor air quality. And I mean, I could feel it. I could feel the heaviness, like in my lungs. Like I can tell the difference between the regular mountain air that I'm usually, sucking up and this. There's just a little something that it catches in the back of your throat. Uh, Last said I can't vape. It triggers migraines. Okay, you don't have to give up your cigarettes, but you said you cut down to a lot. I think that's amazing. I mean, I would love to be able to smoke 1 or 2 cigarettes a day, but I know me, and I am extremely, extremely bad when it comes to addictions. So I'd rather not start something, especially something that I enjoy, like smoking. If I have one, that's it. Like 1 cigarette's going to be 1 pack. Yesterday, when we got in the car, I looked down and I saw my mother's old ashtray, and she hadn't yet emptied it. And I looked at it, and Connor like looked down and he said, "Nope." And he took it right out and went and he dumped it. And I was like, "Son of a bitch." And he was like, "I'm sure there was something in there you could smoke." I was like, "Oh, I'm sure." I am sure. He was like, "That's why I threw it out." I was like, "Oh God, you suck." But it's neither here nor there. Nurse said, "I've come down with a case of wanderlust, and I think this weekend I'm just going to drive in a direction for a day." As long as you got the money for gas, I don't see why not. See, I would like to do that, but people around here are always like up my ass about, where you going? What are you doing? Like, what and I can't have my own interests. I just can't, because they always make me feel guilty for doing something for me. Uh, Vicey said, "You're sucking in and it hits the back of your throat." I'm half listening at work. Don't mind me. Honey, if I'm sucking in and it only hits the back of my throat, then I've already quit too early. I'm not a quitter. Uh, Lady Awesome said, "Oh my God, I had to leave YouTube and come back. Couldn't see anybody else's chat. YouTube is asshole." Oh yeah, it's absolutely asshole. That's why I don't even bother with the promotions. I don't bother doing it. When I want to talk to you guys, when I have something to say, then I just hop on and the same people show up, whether I promote or not, and you guys are all I need. So I'm good. I'm happy with my little messages. Uh, but like I was saying, I woke up on Tuesday. It was probably around noon when my mother decided she was going out, and her husband went out like they do every day without saying where they're going, what they're doing, or goodbye, because they don't give a shit. And my son was awake and my daughter was awake, and I was walking through the living room, well, the dining room, and I looked down and I saw these keys on the table, and I was like, "Oh my God." I was just itching for these keys. And I was just like, "Oh my God, what do I do? Like, did she put them there for me? Is she testing me? Like, is she fucking with me? Like, what's going on?" So I texted her. Heidi said, "Well, tough tits promos just went out." Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you, Heidi. You didn't have to do that. I mean, believe me, thank you for the effort. It's not going to do any good. Like, I'm so done on YouTube. Like, I have no reach, no nothing. I have you guys, and that makes me happy because at least I know who's listening to me. And I know the reactions I'm going to get. And I don't have to deal with fake people and stuff like that. So we're good. Besides, like, I'm not doing it on the regular because my life is literally the most boring it's ever been, ever. Like, ever. And I'm kind of just here to just give you updates and see how you all are doing and let you know I'm still alive. But anyway, so I texted her and I was like, "Are these keys for me?" And she just texted back, like, "Take them and go." I was like, "Okay." And I told my son, I was like, "Get your shit together." And he was like, "What?" I said, "Get dressed. Like, get dressed, put your shoes on. We got to go." And he was like, Where are we going? Like, what are we doing? Like, what's going on?" It was fucking great. It was fucking great. Um, I feel like I told you guys this, but I don't think I didn't, right? I didn't tell you guys any of it. I mean, I told you on Discord, but that don't count. Discord is it's another world. Um, he was like, "Why? Where are we going?" I said, "We're gonna get in the car." I was like, "I might just sit in the driveway. I don't know." And he was like, "Okay." And I was like, "Get our wallets. Get my wallet. Get your wallet." And he was like, "If we're just fucking do it." No, Connor did not grab the oh shit handle at any point because I don't drive like that, and he don't care if I do. That like the crazier I drive, the more he's like, "Yay!" And I don't drive crazy. Not with him in the car. If I'm by myself, I probably would, which is why I have not gone out by myself yet. Um, so he went, and I was like, "Kate, the back seat is down. I don't know how to put the back seat back up so that you could sit there." Um, I was like, "And I really don't want to risk you being in the car as well my first time going out." I was like, "I think it'll be too much of a distraction for me." And she was like, "No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine." So Tuesday was very overcast, later on. But like when we went out, the sun was bright and everything. Connor gets in the car and I'm adjusting everything. He was like, "Why are you moving everything?" I was like, "Because your grandmother like drives on the steering wheel. Like she's on top of the chair with like the seat was all the way forward." And I was like, "How tiny are her fucking legs? We're the same height." I had to push the friggin' seat all the way back, and I wish it could go back further. And like I had to adjust everything. I was like, she really is like I can't drive up on the steering wheel. It's just like, no, I need room. And so that I raised the steering wheel up because she had it like all the way down, it's digging into my legs. I'm like, what the hell? And Connor's like, all right, you ready? And I was like, yes. I turned the car on. And he was like, okay, so we're just gonna sit here. I said, fuck no. And I threw it in reverse. I backed up a little, and then I did a Yui right in my own driveway. And he was like, holy shit, you're driving. So it took me about 15 seconds to remember how to drive. I'll be perfectly honest. The minute I pulled out of that driveway and I was on the correct side of the yellow lines on the road, it all came back. Like I didn't even have to think about it. My hands knew where to go, my feet knew what to do, my eyes knew where to look. I knew the amount of pressure to put on the accelerator, how to, you know, regulate the speed and everything else, looking around and whatever. And my son is just sitting there just staring at me. Just staring at. Okay, first of all, Heidi, I can't ride a bike. I can ride a biker, but I can't ride a bike. Like I just I've never had good balance on a bike. I don't like bikes. Every time I've gotten on one, I've fallen and gotten scraped up and it just don't work out for me. A motorcycle, sure, but like a regular bike, fuck that shit. So anyway, so I pulled out of the driveway and I'm going down the road. Now you got to figure I live on a mountain. I do. I live on a mountain and it's very hilly and it's very curvy and it's different than when you drive through a city. And so I took it was funny because kind of sitting there going, wow, I can't believe you're doing it. Like, you actually, like, all right. So, like, okay, so if you want to go here, I was like, wait, no, I need to get my bearings. I need to practice, like my turns and stuff because I haven't driven this car in years and years and years. I was like, and it's not my car, so I'm not used to the feel of it. I got to get used to like how sensitive the steering is and whatever. So we drove down to like this little vape shop that's like 4 blocks from my house. And I go to make the turn, and some lady goes running across the street. And she goes, "Don't hit me, don't hit me." I said, "No, take your time." I was like, "I'm in no rush." I was like, "I haven't driven in years. I'm practicing." She goes, "Oh my God, you're doing great." She's like, "Good luck." I was like, "All right, thanks." And then her daughter like followed behind her. And these two rednecks are standing on the corner. He goes, "You just say you ain't drove in like so long." He had a thick accent. He is not from here. I'm gonna tell you that right now. And I was like, yeah. He was like, "I'm gonna stay here and watch you. You'll be all right." I was, I was like, okay. He goes, "Go around a few times, get a good feel." I was like, okay. And my son's like, "Why does everybody talk to you?" I was like, well, I'm friendly. Don't I look approachable?" He was like, "No." I was, oops. Okay. So there's this trail that goes behind my house. So I took the road that's behind the trail, and I did that like 2, 3 times, and they're waving every time I go around. So then, like the last time, Connor was like, "We're going around again." I was like, "No, we're going straight." He's like, "Oh shit, where we going?" I was like, "We'll go to like Stop and Save." I was like, "I gotta practice parallel parking and all that shit, pull in parking." I was like, "I haven't done that in over a decade." And he was like, "Okay." I was like, "I want to practice my reverse." I wanted to make sure that I had all the skills that I had before, because I was always a very good defensive driver. I was always a very good driver because I had very good teachers. Like the men in my life made sure I knew how to drive from a very early age. Uh, And then after that, I just threw myself into it once I got my own car. I would go out at like 2 in the morning and just practice, because that's what I do. I practice things until I master them. And I loved driving. So I just practiced driving. So we pulled into like Stop and Save, whatever the fuck the name of it is. It's something, I don't know. It's like a stop and shop and save, shop and, I don't know, deliver. I don't fucking know, but it SNS. I'm just gonna call it SNS. So we pull in there. I was like, "Connie, you want to run it?" He was like, "I ain't gonna. No, no." It was like, "Let's just keep driving." He was like, "I don't feel like going in any stores." I was like, "Fine." Well, Mister, I don't feel like going in any stores. It starts raining, and I was like, "Fuck." I was like, "I don't know how to use the lights on this on the wipers." I was like, "All right, we're right by the house. Let me pull back into the house because I need to drive with windows down." I always need the window cracked open because I hear things before I see them. Like, Winning loves to say I have like bat ears because I can hear everything he's doing in the house. I'm like, "Oh, you're doing dishes. Oh, you're doing the laundry. Oh, you're doing it." And he's like, "How the hell?" I'm like, "I know the sounds. Like, I can hear them." Uh, hey, Puffer did makeup for the first time in forever last week. Took me 30 minutes. Oh, I believe it. I had that down to 5 minutes when I used to do it. So relating kind of absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. When I went to go get my license, what was that? Like the beginning of April. I was like, "Oh, let me do my hair and my makeup." Figure 3 minutes out the door. Oh my God, why did it take me so long? And why did I take my makeup off like 3 times? Because I was like, what the hell? Like I used to be able to do this without a mirror. And now I'm like struggling to put eyeliner on. So I was like, fuck it. Like this is me, au naturel. Oh well, makeup is bad for your skin anyway. Uh, but I totally relate, Puffer. I absolutely do, because it's like, oh my God, why does everything take me 50 years longer than it used to? Uh, Snipperoni said he probably thought you sounded the same way. He probably thought I sounded what, crazy? Because I always sound crazy. Outpost said, "That's one thing I love about growing up in the country. My dad was teaching me how to drive down the dirt roads when I was like 6 years old." Yeah, see, that's nice. And I would love to teach my son how to drive, but I don't trust myself to teach my son how to drive. Because I taught one person how to drive and they went into a telephone pole. So I'm not doing that ever again. I will hire the driving school to teach him how to drive. They got that other steering wheel on the other side with the brake that in case he fucks up, they can stop it. That's good. Snipperoni, not from around here. Because of the redneck? Yeah. But, like, people around here don't have that much of an accent. They really don't. I mean, they have a little bit of a kinda weird twang to it. But, I mean, this guy sounded like the "I'll be watching you from, like, right here." I was like, "Okay." Like, thanks. He sounds like the dude that was on the lawnmower that drives around with no shirt on, that I think is on the offenders list. It's weird. Like, uh, Frank, hi, honey. How are you? You don't want to drive with the windows down in the country here during this time of year. June bugs are the worst. Yet, no, I do get that there are a lot of bugs even around here, but I have to have the window cracked a little bit so I can hear traffic. I hear the difference in the wind pattern. Like, I don't have to hear the car. I can actually hear the difference in the wind pattern and know that there's a car on a certain side of me. It's just how, you know why? Because I learned to drive on an extended van with no windows. So I kind of had to learn how to use mirrors on the sides and my other senses to figure out what the hell was going on around me. But that's yeah, I just feel better. So anyway, so you mow shirtless? I mean, yes, but this dude is like large, like extra large. And he doesn't pull his pants up when he sits on his mower. So his whole ass is hanging out. Not his ass crack, his whole ass is hanging out. And it's just weird. Sounds like someone I would trust to what deep country voice probably strangled a gator, probably strangled a lot of things. Till you take a June bug to the face at 70 miles up, right? Well, I mean, hopefully I'm not going 70 miles an hour around here because that would be bad. You go off cliffs and shit. You do. There's a lot of cliffs over here, like a lot of rock faces that you could just woo. It's like Wile E. Coyote land. But anyway, so it starts to literally pour. I mean, it was raining hard. There was no weather forecast for rain. There was nothing. So we're sitting there like, what the fuck? So I rush back to my house, pull into the driveway. All right, figure out the wipers, figure out the lights, blah, blah, blah. No Dunlap disease here. Okay, I don't know what Dunlap disease is. I don't know what that is. Don't make me look it up because I look things up lately and I get very upset because I'm not. These are things I should not be looking up. You think I would learn after the blue waffle thing, but apparently not. So I figured everything out and whatever. I text my mother. It's raining. I figured out the wipers. Everything's fine. Da 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 da. Kind of goes. All right. So now what do you want to do? I said, well, now I want to go, and I said I just want to go straight. I was like, do you want to go to like Sheets or like, Get Go or whatever for like energy drinks or shake or something? I was like, just to celebrate, let's, do something. And he was like, oh, when your body has done lapped over your. It's funny story. Frank said I got called into work, so I have to get ready here soon, but I already got my compression socks on. Good for you, because the compression socks are key. I wear mine every day, and I feel so much better. So much better. I wish I could wear like a compression body stocking at some time because I just need a hug. You just need a hug. I just need a hug. So anyway, so we went driving, and it was quite a ways, and we pull into Sheets, and I'm go ahead, go in, and I'm sitting there taking a video for winning. I'm like, guess what I decided to do today? Like, because you never know. One day I'll wake up and be like, oh, I'm not doing shit today. I'm depressed. I'm blah, 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 blah. And the next day I'm like, oh, I woke up and I decided to do all this stuff that I said I was going to do over the last like couple of years, and I did it all today, like all today, because that's how I do. And like my son comes back in with his shake for him and one for his sister, and I was like, he got me gum. And he was like, by the way, I'm very proud that you went right past the gas station that sells your cigarettes. I was like, thank you. He was like, I thought you were going to pull in. I was like, I was tempted. I was tempted, but I'm not going to because I promised him I wouldn't. So unless he says, oh my God, you're such a bitch, go back to smoking, then I'm not going to. And he's not going to say that. So, um, a Spanx hug. Yes, I would love a Spanx hug because I'm not getting regular hugs. People around here, my son hugs. That's it. That's it. Wolfkinder, how are you, honey? A good spanking never hurt nobody. I mean, if it's done right, it never hurt nobody, but it might hurt a little. Hi, you Wolfkinder. I hope you're doing well, honey. I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. Today is Thursday, right? I'm not like tripping. Yes, today is Thursday, June 12th. Yay. Oh, today is somebody's birthday. By the way, happy belated birthday to T Rex Trucking. His birthday was 2 days ago. I kind of went on my maiden journey on his birthday. So happy birthday, T Rex. My daughter's birthday is in 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks. She'll be 30. I don't feel like I'm old enough to have a 30-year-old daughter, but okay. It's funny because I kind of wish they were reversed. I wish Connor was 30 and Katie was 18 because I could deal with that a lot better. I, I really could. Um, so yeah, so we went to Sheets and I did my little video and I drove home. And then yesterday I was like, all right, Kate, I got your grandfather to fix the back seat of the car, so get dressed. And she was like, why? I was like, because we're going for a ride. She was like, oh, am I really? I was like, yeah, you really are. It made her so happy. So happy. And all we did was like, we drove around for like an hour and a half. I went and I took some purposeful turns so that we just wind up on back roads because I wanted to get a little lost and see if I could find my way back. Because my mother and her husband are like, GPS, GPS, GPS. I was like, can I just, like, I have a very good sense of direction. Can I just do it without the phone? Like, I just want to go and drive and get lost and find my way back. And so that's what we did. So we went in like both directions. And my son was so funny. He goes, um, I looked it up on the GPS and we're really far from the house. I was like, okay. He was like, what if you get tired of driving? I was like, what? He goes, what if you get tired of driving and like, how are we going to get home? I was like, okay, I know you're 18 and like in my head, I'm like, I know you're fucking autistic, but you're not like retarded. Like, I said, what are you talking about? He goes, well, what if you get tired of driving? I said, number one, I don't get tired of driving. That's number one. Number two, what do you think I'm going to do? Just like pull over into the field and be like, okay, I'm tired of driving. We're just going to sit here forever and just die here. He was like, well, I mean, you could like, and he was trying to explain it. And I was like, bro, number one, I am never going to get tired of driving. I said, the only time I don't like to drive is at night because I can't see as well as I used to. I was like, I have the astigmatism and everything is a starburst, which pisses me off. I was like, but like, why would I just pull over and not like, we're not that far from home. I was like, I've driven across country by myself. Like, so I didn't stop then. Why would I stop like 10 minutes from the house? I legit was like 10, 15 minutes from the house. And he was just like, I don't know. Don't people get tired? I was like, no, not me. I was like, first of all, nobody does that. I was like, second of all, why would we just sit here and just like do nothing? I don't know. I don't get it. I was like, I don't get where you're getting this idea that I'm just gonna pull over and be like, oh well, no, I'm tired of driving. We're just gonna sit here for the next 4 or 5 days. We'll just freeze to death. Yeah, well, it'll be fine. Like, so he was like, oh, I thought maybe maybe you'd get tired and you didn't. He tried so many times to explain it. I still don't get it. I still don't get it. Sir Frank said, good job, T3. Keep it up. I'm now 1 year and 6 months free from smoking after smoking for almost 30 years. Yeah, I smoked. See, I'm 51 now. I started smoking when I was 15. So 36 years. That's a long time. That's a long time. I mean, I've quit for a couple times, like probably half a dozen times, like seriously quit during those times. I never smoked when I was even, if there was a possibility of me being pregnant. Uh, but yeah, no, I quit smoking for years and years at one point. And then I had a medical scare and I was so aggravated and so upset. And my mother handed me a cigarette and that was all she wrote. I went right back. Right back. Terrible. It's absolutely. And it's always something else that sabotages me. I won't go buy the pack. Somebody will hand me a cigarette and I'm just like, and I'm so weak-willed when it comes to them. I'm just like, fine, give it to me. You bet she was being, oh yeah, Katie was thrilled, Heidi. She was thrilled because she never gets to really go anywhere anymore. So she was just so happy to be in the back seat, and I took them for Dairy Queen and like stuff like that. nothing huge, just a little celebratory thing for them to be like, yay. But we found Walmart and we found all the different dollar stores and uh, unfortunately we saw a dead deer on the side of the road. That was very unfortunate, but it is what it is. Like Katie's got to learn. But we had a lot of fun. Like I found like a bunch of supermarkets, and I found a Five Below. I love Five Below. So yeah, Connor's stoked. He's like, now if we only had money. I'm like, yeah, that'd be nice. So I don't know if I'm gonna. I get the disability, and that's fine to live on while I'm here, but it doesn't leave a lot of room for us doing anything. And I'm just wondering. I don't know that this environment is going to allow me to work remotely. But I'm going to start looking into that kind of stuff because I had money. It's all gone. Um, and I'm kind of left in the lurch. But it is what it is. So I'll figure out a way. I always do. My mom's 86th birthday is tomorrow. Snipperoonie, that's awesome. She's in the hospital right now, but hopefully will be out tomorrow. Oh, I hope so. I'll add her to my prayer chain because that's I swear it takes me longer to say my prayers now than it ever did in my life. And it's mostly me being thankful and just saying, could you please put blessings on these people that I care about? So, happy birthday to your mama, Snipperoonie. I hope she's out of the hospital. I hope she's home and able to drive you crazy and make you laugh and just enjoy her because it doesn't really matter what we're going through. Once your mom starts faltering or, you get that little inkling, that's a tough pill to swallow. And you're willing to overlook a lot of things. My advice is make the most of everything and just make as many memories as you can and just don't think about it. Just enjoy her. Happy birthday to her. Again, from Vice Baby, happy birthday to your mom. And he as well hopes she gets out of the hospital. Just enjoy her because they are who they are, for good or for bad. And you're never going to love anybody the way you love your mom. So just put your heart into that and it'll be fine. Happy early birthday to your mom. Hope she can go home soon. That's from Heidi. It's the little things in time spent that are the best. It really is. It really is. Now, I know there's no making my son truly happy because no matter what I do, he needs me to go a step further, a step further, a step further. It's always a little more, a little more, a little more, a little more. And I'm fucking tired. Like, I need somebody to take care of me. Like I need somebody to worry about me. I can't talk real easy anymore. And I don't know, there's a lot of changes going on and I don't like some of them, but what am I going to do? Like change is going to happen whether I want it to or not. It's good change for some people and for some people it's not. But we'll see. We'll see where we end up. I hate that I'm usually right, but I think the people that care the most about you spend time trying to figure out what's in your head. And I don't know. I'm feeling some type of way, I guess. So it's not that I don't get enough like attention. It's that I'm giving so much of my attention to my mother and it's not appreciated. And if anything I think it's almost detrimental cuz it doesn't seem to register that I'm doing all this because, the other one gets the credit. It's like I could say something a million different ways. I could be super smart. I could be right there. I could be helping her, doing whatever. And all he's got to do is like crook his little finger. And it's like, oh my goodness. Like, oh, thank God you're here. Like, I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. And I can't. I can't. I'm not that person, man. Anyway, Snipperina said, I hear you, T3. Changes are hard, especially when you don't feel in control of them. And that's the thing. That's what the driving gave me back. It made me feel like I could control something a little bit in my life. Gave me a little bit more independence. That's all I really wanted. I wanted wings. I wanted to be able to leave if I need to. I wanted to be able to go to the store if I need to. I wanted to be able to drive my kids to a doctor, a hospital, a whatever, a mall if I needed to, because having one driver in the entire house who didn't want to take you anywhere because they're always busy doing something for themselves, it was extremely depressing and very what's the word I'm looking for? Not oppressive. It was very constrictive. I felt trapped and caged, and I'm not good with those feelings at all. Vice Vice Baby next up, Miss Shelley Drive stream. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I don't like being distracted when I'm driving, especially because I usually have the kids in my car. I know they're adults and everything, but they're still my kids. Heidi said, I know it's not the same as someone being there physically to do that, but here for you, hon. I know you are, honey. I know. I'm very shut down when it comes to talking lately. One, because I feel like I'm constantly being eavesdropped on around here. Like people just, they listen and then they get resentful and they get spiteful, and it's weird, but it is what it is. Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage, right? I mean, sometimes I feel like that. I feel like I'm just going through the maze looking for the cheese, like, and it's just always right out of my reach. It's like, oh, come on. But this week it's been a good week. It's been a good 2 weeks. Even though she got really, really sick, part of me has detached in a way because she got sick. Like part of me is just like, okay, she's 82. She's not taking care of herself. I'm taking care of her. I'm calling the doctor. I'm bitching about medicines. I'm getting medicines changed. I'm getting them ordered. I'm making her do treatments. And the credit always goes to somebody else. And it's like, could you at least be appreciative? But she's not. They're not. And it's pissing me off. And I'm getting to that really bitchy point because she said, you've been getting bitchier and bitchier. I'm like, you know what? Because I'm tired of your bullshit. I was like, I've been so nice. I take good care of you. I know. But you don't treat me like, you treat me like I'm some piece of shit who's like freeloading off you when you're the fucking one who brought me here. So we got a lot to work out, me and my mother. But yeah, so as long as I get to use the car, I don't really care. Of course, Connor's, well, no, I don't have to. Yeah, no, you still have to be nice, because they can take away that car in a freaking heartbeat, and they would. He was like, I would hate them if they did. Yeah, well, you can hate them all you want. It doesn't change the fact that it's their car. I will be looking at getting my own used car, though, because their car, I just don't like the fit of it. It's not high enough. It's not wide enough. And it's just like it's a tiny car. And yesterday she told me that the reason that she got that car was so she could stop chauffeuring people all around because they were all like, oh, I need to go here, I need to go there. So they bought a small car. I was like, yeah, but that don't work when you have a family. Like, I don't get it. And my cat keeps meowing outside the door, and I guarantee my son just opened the door to tell her to shut the fuck up or to let her in his room because she's just meow, 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 meow. Anyway, I told you this was not going to be a long stream. I just wanted to give you an update on what's going on. I have no idea what's going on in the world because every time I go onto X, I break out in hives because of just it's so toxic. It's so toxic. Um, I wanted to say hi to you guys and touch base and start my day with a quick hello. Hopefully, I will start doing these more regular, and this way I can start my day with you guys. I'm hoping, but don't hold me to it. I'm not making any promises, but that is a goal for me. So that's the goal I will be setting. No bad kitty. No bad kitty. Um, I love you guys. I really appreciate that you show up and you just let me talk. I said I was probably gonna cry, but I'm not. Pete Digits, where has this sexy voice been? Hello, sexy Shelly. This is me trying to be quiet. This is my quiet inside voice. Appreciate the update. It's great to hear you. It was nice getting in here and seeing you guys. I hope you're all doing well. I really do. I think about you guys more than you, I think, realize. Um, it's Thursday. The weekend's right around the corner. Everything is going to be hunky dory. And this weekend, in case you guys have forgotten, I do believe is Father's Day on Sunday. Now, while my children have nothing to celebrate on that day, I'm hoping some of you really reach out to the men in your lives who have been father figures and just give them a thank you. Because believe it or not, that is one of the most precious things that you're ever going to get. Yes, it's amazing to have a fantastic mother, and we all need fantastic mothers. But good dads are really hard to come by. That's I'm going to tell you that's the thing that won me over for winning was how much he loves being a dad. How good he is with his son. And that tells me more about him than anything else could have. So if you have a dad out there, if you have a dude out there who has been good to you and treated you right and tried to teach you things, then appreciate them. And just make sure you here comes my child and my cat. Sorry, Connor, did I wake you up? I'm live.
Nah, she woke me up.
All right. Thank you.
I guess she's really hungry.
They can hear you.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, she really wanted to come in, apparently.
Oh.
All right, close the door. I love you.
Did she just?
Yeah, she takes the food out one at a time and eats them.
Since when did she do that?
She's been doing that.
Oh.
She's channeling keto.
Yeah.
All right, I love you. He let my cat in. Of course he did. That's what she does now. She won't eat out of the food dish. She takes one piece of food out of the dish, puts it on the side, and then eats it very daintily like she's not a gavon. But yet if you put treats down, she'll eat 30 treats in one bite and then throw it all up later. Right, Snips? Anyway, like I was saying, if you have a man in your life who's been there for you and taught you stuff, I don't care if it's a bonus dad, stepdad, your dad, granddad, uncle, cousin, Jim who runs the arcade, who's always been a decent person and not a weirdo, just thank them. Let them know that their efforts made a difference because it's rare in this world. It really is to find a man who's willing to be a father figure to another person. Male, female, doesn't matter. A lot of them, they either don't want the responsibility or they're denied the responsibility. And that breaks my heart because I had an amazing dad growing up. I mean, I had a real shit dad, but I had daddy, which made up for everything. Even though I didn't have him for long, he made the greatest impact of anybody in my life. So I will forever be thankful for him. Sir Frank said, I'm going to spend Father's Day driving down to get a car for my middle one. Aw, see, you're a good dad. You're a good dad. Well, we all try to drop in. I haven't seen you in forever. Thank you for dropping in, honey. I do appreciate that. Peter just said, I got a bonus, Dad. We'll get some appreciation. Yep. Appreciation is, I swear to God. Hi, Connor. How far behind chat is T3? I'm not far behind at all. I'm actually wrapping up, honey. I just want to hit the 1 hour mark this way. Yeah, because I feel like, all right, I did an hour. Exercising my vocal cords because apparently I haven't talked in like forever. I think if you ask Winning, he would have a very different thing to say, but yeah, because he gets the majority of what I have to say. A lot of ums today. I'm just going basically on feeling because my head ain't really in it yet. I'm still a rack of nerves, like, and and that was why I needed to drive, because everybody was on my last damn nerve. And I was going to either explode or I needed to get out. And I just needed to know that I could do that and that it's available to me. And that made me happy. I was really, really proud of myself. I'm very proud of all the things that I've done in the last 2.5 months. I mean, the whole walking around, going to stores. Hell, I'm going to stores by myself now. I mean, with my son, but still, like, I don't need, like, assistance. If he wants to stay home, he can stay home. I'll go by myself. I will happily go by myself. And at some point, they're going to have to let me go places by myself. With him, it's like, oh, you're going somewhere? I'm coming. Like, okay. Because he's always afraid something's going to happen to me. But yesterday he said, do you realize how much you've done just in the last 2 weeks? I was like, yeah. He goes, but think about the last 2 days, Ma. He was like, you were so depressed on Monday. He said, I saw it. He's like running around after Grandma, making sure she's okay. He was like, and I don't know what happened. He was like, but once you got in that car, you were like, let's go. He's like, you didn't have any fear. I said, no. I said, when I hold myself back, it's because my head is telling me to be afraid. I said, but I forget who I am. I was like, I never let anybody stop me. I was like, you're fucking, like, my father didn't stop me. Your grandmother never stopped me. Your father never stopped me. Katie's father never stopped me. None of my exes ever stopped me. I do what I want to do. I do it how I want to do it. And I do it as often as I want to do it. And fuck what anybody else has to say. Because everybody's going to say, you can't, you can't, you can't. You tell me I can't do something, and I've said it many times. Not only will I do it, I'll do it twice. Just to piss you off. Do not put restrictions on me, because I don't do well on a leash. I ain't that bitch. Like I've told Winning, I may be like a little submissive to him, but in life, no. Nobody gets to control me in my life, including my brain. I'll be damned if I'm going to let the fear whittle me down to I'm nothing. I forgot how loud and strong and brave I could be. But I'm remembering. Slowly but surely. And once I get all my health back, then I'll really be a force to be reckoned with, like I used to be. Only maybe a little gentler, kinder, more compassionate this time around, because I know what it's like to be on the receiving end of the shit stick. So maybe now I'll be a little more humble, a little more generous. a little more compassionate. Overall, I think God stopped me in my spot to make me reevaluate my life and to change me for the better. And as with everything else, I put everything in his hands because since I have, things have been doing really well. Tons of blessings, and I thank God for every blessing he gives me and the ones that I love. And I really hope he takes care of all of you. I really do. Because you guys mean a lot to me and you deserve wonderful things. Every one of you has an amazing heart. And I am privileged to be friends with all of you. So thank you. Heidi said, yes, they are. So grateful for the bonus dad. We'll be spending some time with him on Father's Day. I know. I'm so happy that he's doing well. His ulnar nerve surgery went well this morning, by the way. Oh, that's fantastic. Oh, that's fantastic. I'm so happy, honey. Well, you make sure to give him a little squeeze from me. And say that's from Miss Shelley. Give him a little extra squeeze. Vice baby. Same Miss Shelley. Yeah, I know. Your dad was awesome, Vicey. He really was. Till the day I hit the ground, I will remember his stories about sitting on his balls. That's the best Jeff story there is, in my opinion. About the yell that he let out the day that he sat on his own nuts. I'm sorry, but that was the funniest thing your father literally ever said, other than making me read fucking gummy bear tarot cards. That was the funniest thing he ever said. So he will forever be in my memory for that. How you doing, Bobby? I'm so bothered. I'm bothered. That's one of my best, like my favorite skits. It's a Catherine Tate skit with what's his name? David Tennant. It's a British thing. It's a Doctor Who thing. I know. I don't, just for the record, I don't like the new Doctor Who. I only like the old Doctor Who's. Not the old ones, but like the 9th, 10th, and 11th Doctor. Those are my doctors. I like them. Angry said, thank you, young lady. No Ree. There's no Ree. I'm not so young, but I'll take it. Oh, stop. You can't pee standing up without dribbling down your leg. There, I told you what you can't do. I mean, I can, but I'd need some type of apparatus. I'm just saying, there's stuff out there. There's stuff out there. I don't own any of it, nor do I want to, and I'm perfectly content sitting and peeing. But I mean, if I had to, I could do it. Snipperoni said, neither can I anymore. I hate you. Oh, I did not need that visual. I really did. But thank you for that, Snipperoni. By the way, if you guys have not checked out Snipperoni's channel, please do. He did a couple videos explaining his journey so far with rheumatoid arthritis, and he paints in the videos. You actually get to see him, and he paints, and it's very soothing. I loved it. I watched all of them that he put up. So if you can, somebody throw his link up there. Make sure you subscribe to him and watch those videos and give him some likes. We want to encourage him to do this more often, branch out. And I think you did really, really well. You have a very nice voice. And I enjoyed watching you paint. I really did. So, I mean, keep that up. It was good to watch you paint and hear your story. And I had a really good time. I wish I could take that pain from you, honey. But as long as you're out there and living, then hey, I mean, I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of what you did. It took a lot of balls to do what you did. So you keep that up and you keep sending us links and make sure you promo that stuff on my channel. Angry said it's great to see you're streaming from time to time. Yeah, well, I'm trying to avoid the mental breakdown. So you guys help with that. You do. You help with that. Vicey, the what story? You know what? Don't answer. What? No, Jeff said that at a certain point in your life, things drop. You don't realize like your nose gets bigger, your earlobes get bigger, and apparently your balls get bigger and they hang. And you don't always judge how low they're hanging. And one day he sat down and didn't realize that his balls were lower than they used to be, and apparently they were in a bad spot, and he sat on his own nuts and let out the most girlish scream he's ever let out in his life. And I laughed for probably an hour. I think I had to get up to go pee because I was going to pee on myself because I was laughing so fucking hard because he was genuinely upset that he let out this girlish scream. He was like, it fucking hurt. Oh man, and he said that story a couple times. You got to find that in his old stuff. Somebody will find that, I'm sure. But that's oh man, that's one of my favorite stories that your dad told. One of my oh my god, it was hilarious. They have funnels for ladies that want to say, yeah, I know, Pete Didge, and I don't get it. Like, first of all, why would you want to stand to do pretty much anything if you could sit? Because sitting is so comfortable. But I mean, I guess on a road trip or whatever. I had a friend who wound up being a lesbian, who used to bring this weird kind of like insert thing with a tube so that she didn't have to pull over to go pee. Because she used to pee like every like half an hour, and it made road trips like suck for her. And once she had kids, she really had to pee all the time. So she would pee into like this thing, and she would get in the car and immediately like put this thing down her pants. And so she would just drive and pee and drive and pee and drive and pee. And I was like, Amanda, because that was her name, because of course it was, because they're all the weirdos are named Amanda. Sorry to people out there named Amanda, but it's true. Remind me to never get in your car. I never got in a car with her driving ever, like ever. And I made sure, like, I told like my friends that were friends, I was like, don't ever drink anything that's in her car because God only knows what it is. I don't trust that bitch. Like, if you're gonna drive and pee at the same time, I don't trust you to have anything in your car that we could drink, even if it's sealed. I don't care. I don't care. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. So, Snipperoni, I'm being outed. Yes, you are. Gutters Pub. Where do you see Gutters Pub? Gutter jumped in here? I don't see nothing. Where's Gutter? Oh, there you are. Hi, Gutter. How are you? You jumping in at the end? Don't worry. I'm signing off in just a minute. I just wanted to get a morning show in and say, hey, it's like breasts. As you get older, they hang lower. Do your tits hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Can you throw them over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your tits hang low? At this point, probably. I can't even tell anymore. I know they're not as low as other people in this house. Mine are still pretty, they're not perky anymore because, I've been very sick the last couple years. But I still like them. They're still fun bags to me. As long as they still feel good, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. For ladies out fishing in a boat. Oh, yeah, I never had that problem. It's weird. When I'm sitting here, I could pee like once every like 6 hours. It's just, I just don't need to. Yeah, if I'm outside, like walking around with my mother, I guess because she waters plants so often, it's psychosomatic. I'm like, I got to go in and pee. I got to go in and pee like every 2 hours. They're practical for hiking. I mean, we just used to pop a squat. Can people not balance anymore? Gutter, I've missed you, Shell. Oh, honey, thank you. I stop in and I listen to your streams. I listen to most of your streams, like everybody. I just don't say hi in chat because it takes a lot of energy for me to interact. Plus, my life is boring and I have nothing to add. See, like my main thing, I've been here an hour. I got nothing else to talk about. When have you ever known that to be the case with me? To run out of things to talk about. Y'all thought I could talk forever. And I can. I just don't have the desire. Gutter said, I'm not answering that question, but I might be able to knot the big one. Well, if you can't tie it into a bow, at least the knot will do, right? So at least we're not tripping over them. I will never trip over mine. I don't care how big they got. They're not like that. Oh, the nebulizer just went off. That means my mother is awake and ready to breathe, which means she's ready to yell. Anyway, all right. So I am going to log off. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you for hanging out. In case you didn't notice, I turned off the memberships when I remembered because I forgot. I meant to do it like a month ago because I don't feel like anybody should pay for a membership when I'm not streaming all the time. It's just rude. So, but I turned off the memberships, so it's fine. You just hang out for free. Fish tank light bulbs. Stop it. No. No. I was confused about that. Oh, okay. Good day to you and everybody. Good day to you guys. And yeah, no, Vicey, I turned off the memberships because I just didn't want people paying for crap. If you're gonna give me, even if it's only $1 a month, I want it to be $1 that I earned. And if I'm not showing up, I'm not earning it. So I feel like I'm cheating people. And that's not me. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a wonderful Thursday. Have a wonderful Friday. And remember to thank the man in your life who has been a dad to you or yours. Gutter said I'm going to stop my memberships when I reach 1,000 subs. I'm never reaching 1,000 subs, so I don't. That's that's not my thing. I don't know. I'm never going to get over 800. I'm never going to get to 800. So there's that. So it is what it is. I don't care at this point. Vicey, no, you didn't need to do that. But all right. So I gotta do the thing. I gotta do the thing. Do.
Que sé que quiera mano ver.
I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Nobody got time for that.
These are when winning made me into all these like refacings.
Don't go to Jersey. Whatever somebody gonna ask you to go to Jersey, visit them in Jersey. A long lost friend, don't go to Jersey. Don't go to Jersey. You're gonna get hit by a bus. Okay? Don't do that. Okay. Don't do that. Good.
He used to make me into all sorts of fucking things. It's so funny. But thank you very much, Vice Baby, for the $10. You didn't need to do that. Bad boy. Do. And lady said, I'm on the phone. Thanks for the live stream, Shelly. Thanks, chat, for being here. Gutters Pub with the $2. You're hitting 1,000, baby. No, it ain't going to happen, girl. It ain't going to happen. But thank you very much for the super chat. And for you, you get my favorite one. Where is it? Here it is. And this one for shits and giggles.
What? Did I put it in the wrong place? Probably. I've been doing that lately. I'm putting things in the wrong place. Where did I stick it? I stick it in the wrong place. Uh-oh, don't do that. I'm going to go over to Shelly's and see if I put it over there. What have I done? What are you going to fit in that thing? That's so small.
That's my honey. Oh my God, where did I stick it? That one is my favorite. It is. I'm so glad I clipped that. He was like, no, you did not. Yes, I sure did.
people like me.
I'm thinking maybe you're a Jersey girl with all those highlights in your hair. No other girl can move like you. We pump our fists damn right, it's true. And I don't care what they might say, they'll never get us anyway. So be my Jersey girl, and take a little ride with me tonight. And let's get dirty, girl. I know that you're a Jersey girl inside. The way you turn it up, turn me on, and then you take it off. Make it hot, make it loud. We'll wake the whole town. Jersey girl, I know that you're a Jersey girl inside.
Who the fuck starts a conversation like that? I just sat down.